is what I was role playing, having fun, and living my best lie with an incarcerated pen pal, trading letters and dreams. He's
That's
locked
it
up.
right now.
He's locked up for 9 years, so no harm, no foul. I
So he
have a
got early release.
I have a stack. Wait, I have a stack of beautiful love letters. He wants a family. He wants to move into my refurbished Hyde Park home. He's celibate now, huh? Yeah.
Celibate.
What other options he got?
That's
He's celibate now and wants to make love several times a day. So I put nearly $2,000 on his books over the months that he promised to pay back. I've sent him my daughter's prom and graduation money. He sent his friend from the outside over to pay me. But when we met, we hooked up instead. And I didn't. My daughter's prom graduation fees are due, and I don't have it. Also,
He paid you back, all right.
his friend told him we hooked up, and he's not responding to my letters. Advice?
He pays you back, all right.
that's
Trifling.
no. Oh my God, what you call it when you dating somebody and they not real, but they
Catfish.
real? They kind of trick. He definitely catfished.
And I think his friend knew what he was doing when he came
Oh,
over.
he was a part of the game. He definitely was a part of it. But why does he need $2,000 on his books? What the
It
heck
was a
is going on?
catfish. That was a catfish. How does she know he was in jail if they was writing letters?
That could have been, but the letters had to go to the prison.
What's the prison address? How you know to decipher a prison address from? Like, how do you
Don't they
how
have
do
like
you decipher
it's
that?
different,
I don't
don't it?
know.
I'm thinking, like when you write somebody in prison,
It's like some facility, right?
it goes to the facility, and don't they have to put their whatever their number is on the envelope?
Is it the same?
I don't know. I've never read anybody.
I haven't written anybody, but I have dated somebody that was in jail. I don't know if you even call that dating because that's not like. And I have been what you call it? What you call
Catfish?
the thing? Catfish. Like I've dated somebody in jail and I've been catfished. Do they do collect calls?
Is collect a thing anymore?
Yeah.
And the thing is, even if you do collect calls, how do you know it's coming from the prison? I
Because
think
it's
she was
say from the
catfished.
correction facility.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I just remember you have a collect call and then they say who to collect. I don't remember. You
So-
were thinking like back in the days.
That's
This
what
is
I'm thinking back in the
2020.
days.
But even now, it says because you can get a collect call from like onto your cell phone now. Like my coworker, he's gotten calls from jail, and remember, it used to be that you couldn't do the 3-way calling. If somebody calls you from jail, you couldn't click over and call somebody else. You can now.
I still feel like it's a form of catfish, and I feel like that $2,000 went towards something he had planned.
Yeah.
And I believe that whoever old boy was that came, whatever,
He
I
had no
don't
money.
think them hooking up was a part of the deal.
Yeah.
But I do believe that he was in on it.
I
I think it's
so.
still a form of catfish.
I think so, and I know I'm gonna say this too: the life inside of jail and prison is completely different from, of course, our lives outside. So that money that they have on their books and commissary is supposed to be used to buy stuff, from the jail or whatever, from the commissary store or whatever. But it's a way around everything. You can always work around everything.
Yeah, but can you imagine having like a $500,000 on your commissary in jail?
Man,
Like
all you
where that
gotta
put
have
you?
is-
The
but
status?
look, that is, but look, all you gotta have is the right CEO that's on your team.
Yeah, but we don't know where his status is in jail or who he is or what he, you know what I mean?
He
What
wanted
he,
satin sheets on his
he
bunk bed.
yeah.
If he is in jail, that $2,000, you do not need $2,000 in jail.
You don't need $2,000.
So
But
he had to have
whoever old boy was that came to do whatever it was, which wasn't to pay her back, either he owed money. It's something.
Yeah.
She definitely got fat catfish. When money is involved, besides emotional and all of that stuff, she got catfished. And old boy was involved in that catfish. And he like, she about to give up the goods, like I'm about to get this and
Keep
that.
But you know what? This is another case of choosing a man over your kid. That money was for your daughter. That was your daughter's money. And you gave your daughter's money to some dude that you don't even know. Because he
Baby
wrote
probably got somebody else, 2 or 3, doing the same thing you're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And got a boyfriend in the side.
And
That probably was his boyfriend.
The way things are now, I mean, I don't know. Money. So look at this. I remember that my cousin he was locked up. And you know, I think before when you used to put money on their books, like you had to go to the place or something. I don't know how you had to do it a long time ago. But
yeah, you had to go to like the cashier or something like that.
So now I don't know how
you had to have their jail number and all of that.
Right. So then time passed, and then you were able to do it from Western Union on the website. You could put money on their books on the Western Union website. But now I want to say it's another way that you could do it, and I don't think it's through Western Union. But regardless of that, if I can transfer money in, then you might be able to transfer money out because times have changed. So I don't.
But that's not what she wants. She wants.
No, I'm not saying that she won't.
Why old boy not?
I'm not saying for her. I'm saying for him. I'm still focused on what in the heck is he doing with his $2,000? Like,
you don't know how long that man got in there.
He got 9 years. I do know
that's how long. Them $2,000 gonna last a nice little minute. 9 years.
And it might be like he funneling for drugs because you know they be
9 years is a long time, Nico. And that commissary, just like inflation, everything went up in the jailhouse too. Because with commissary, they give you the basics. I mean, like with jail, they give you the basics. If you got commissary, then you can get like the little extra snacks and the little extra, you know what I mean?
And you use those snacks as money to pay for services, to pay for protection. You're bartering.
So that $2,000 may seem like why you need, but 9 years, like that's a nice little cushion.
There are more people in them 9 years. But I was listening to this comedian, Ali Sadiq, and he was talking about like he got sentenced to like 15 years. He served 6 years in prison. And he was saying like, you know, life in prison is different than life, of course, outside. But a lot of times when people go in, even if they just get 1 year in prison, some of them never come home. Not because they died, but it's so many other things that's going on in there. You start getting more charges just to protect yourself. So you end up getting charge after charge after charge. And after a while, you don't care that you're not going home. It's about whether you have this jailhouse respect. And, you know, and a lot of people, you know, the percentage of people who return is very high.
Yeah.
It's very
But you have to think about, depending on what you coming home to.
Yeah.
And if you come home and you ain't got nothing you coming home to, and you itching to get back, it's like free room and board and food. Like,
and you have
what am I going to the streets for?
Your friend, those your friends for all intents and purposes. Your family.